Welcome to Coming Home to Yourself, the podcast for high achieving women who look like put together on the outside, but feel like they're quietly crumbling inside. I'm Jagoda, a coach, a mother, a woman who's walked through public criticism, private self doubt, and the quiet ache of wondering if I was ever enough. I've been bullied. I've been dismissed for being just a mom. And for years, I questioned my voice until I began to come home to myself. This is your space to exhale, to stop performing strength and start living your truth. Each week, I'll share honest stories, gentle insights, and soul-deep shifts to help you reconnect with the woman beneath the roles, the one you've forgotten, the one you miss, the one who's always been there. If you're tired of being the strong one, the capable one, the one who never breaks, you belong here. This is the invitation to slow down, to soften, and to finally feel safe inside your own life. You were never broken. You were never too much. You don't need to fix yourself. You just need to come home to yourself. Let's begin. I saw the car and I knew I should brake, but my body didn't move. Everything slowed down, and in that split of a second, I crashed. And I don't mean just my car, but myself. You see, for a long time, I believed that breakdowns had to be dramatic to count. That unless you were falling apart on the outside, like tears, panic, chaos, it wasn't really serious. That if you were still functioning, still ticking off to-do lists and still showing up for your kids, for your team, for everyone else, then you were fine. But I was so wrong. I want to take you back to a season of my life when everything looked perfect. You see, I have done like everything right, at least in that standard way of thinking that I was raised in or with. But by 33, I had 3 kids, I had a husband, I had a home, I had a master's, and I kind of did everything that I was supposed to. But on the inside, I wasn't feeling it. I was like feeling this disconnection, this wholeness. And I just didn't felt it was right. That, like, is that it? Is that all there is? Is that just this? Like rushing, being overwhelmed all the time, stressed or anxious. Is that it? Is that the life that I want? And then I was appointed to a publicly exposed position, and I was just finishing my 3rd maternity leave then. And then all the main newspapers started to publishing articles about me, how I'm not suitable, professional enough for that position. And it wasn't a question of my capabilities, like in general, but it was kind of, the objection was that I'm not capable of doing it because I'm a mother of 3 kids. And that really hit me hard at that time, because maybe not in the outside, I was kind of holding it all in. Nobody really noticed anything. But on the inside, I was like, crumbling. I was like crushing, doubting myself. And it was really, really experience that kind of in from a point of the view of the confidence I had. It was like going from, let's say, 10 to 2. And I remember one day kind of feeling tired, exhausted because of you have so many things to do and you're kind of balancing everything, but not resting, not stopping because you think you can't, because you have to juggling with everything. And I was driving home in my car, and it was like a pretty jammed hour at that time, and the streets were like full of cars. And I remember the car in front of me stopped, and in that moment I knew I should push the brake, but I didn't. It was like my body didn't move, so the signal didn't come to the foot, and I just pushed the brake just probably like a millisecond before I actually crashed in the car. Fortunately, there was no big speed, so the damage was minor and nobody was hurt. But I remember sitting in my car and just like, what did just happen? Because I couldn't believe that I was so disconnected, so like off with everything, that I didn't push the brake. I didn't do the right thing, the thing that would save not just me, but also the person in front of me in the car, in the car in front of me. And I was like, just the question that was rolling inside of my mind was, how could I get so disconnected? Because, I was always thinking that I'm the person that knows when to stop, that knows when to take, to rest, and to kind of be aligned with the body. Because, body is like this perfect mechanism, and it always kind of signals us. And, just the exhaustion, the overwhelm, the anxiety, the stress, they're just signals. It's not like something would be wrong with you, or that you're failing because you have it. No, those are just signals that you're doing something wrong, that you should kind of stop, you should rest, you should reflect, and then you should change something, right? Unless you want to kind of come to the same the same position, the same situation. And I see a lot of people pushing so hard, pushing on all levels, like at job, at work, or in the family relationships with the kids, and maybe even pursuing some kind of sport activities and so on. And we're kind of so stretched that it's always on the red line, because if you would have like a green area where everything is okay and you're okay, you're kind of preserving your well-being, taking care of yourself, and then you have a line, and beyond that it's like a red area, and you're always there, you're always on that red area, just doing everything, just kind of pushing so much. It's not like working on 100%, it's working like on 120 or 150. And you can do that just for a limited period of time, because at one point doing that, you're gonna crash. And that accident was actually a wake-up call for me. I was speeding too fast. It was like driving full speed on the motorway and just kind of crash it into the wall. So I kind of reflect on what I'm doing and what can be kind of, let's say, let go, Because there's a lot of things that we're doing and it's not really good for anyone. There's no result from it. There's no benefit from it, and we're still doing it because we think we have to. So if you see yourself in that situation, then I encourage you to reflect and step back and just try to breathe. Try to listen to your body. What's your body saying you? And try to slow down your pace. Because when you're going to slow down your pace and limit the things that are not necessary to do, and they're just like, they're not worthy for you, then you will see and focus on the things that matters, and then the overwhelm will be gone, and you see the stress, the anxiety, all will kind of fade away. Because it all starts with just one decision: to take care of yourself, to stop, to rest, to set boundaries when needed, right? Either it's at your job, in family relationships, to your kids, to your husband, and just starting, right? And you don't need to earn your rest. You don't need to have permission to rest. And you're not exaggerating to kind of need the rest, to not being okay with the overwhelm, with the everything that you have to do. It's okay. Yeah, you don't need to do that, because the only one setting the standards are you, and you set the standards for yourself. So think about what kind of standards do you want to set for yourself, for your well-being, for creating the life that you want. And I want to just end up with a story, and you might heard the story before, and it's about the frog and the boiling water. We actually had in our office with my ex-coworkers a picture of this frog in the boiling water, and we were always kind of laughing about it because, we're people, we're just like that frog, because when you gonna put that frog in the boiling water, it wouldn't go, right? It would like, no, are you kind of crazy? I'm not gonna go there. But if you put it in cold water and then start to warming up the water, the frog would not jump out of it until it's too late, until it's boiled. Because you're kind of, raising what's, let's say, acceptable for you. And we're the same. We are just doing so much of this, kind of just taking this job or doing this stuff or doing just those two stuffs, and then I'm going to stop, then I'm going to take the rest, or I just have to do those 5 things on the list. And you're kind of raising that level, what you're going to do. And it's just like that water burning up. And until you're done, until you're kind of overfed with everything, I would say, you kind of don't even realize it, that you kind of cross that line, that you've gone far in the red zone. And a lot of people are doing that, not even realizing, and then are kind of surprised that some signals are coming up, or illnesses. Okay, so I would like to leave you with this for today and encourage you to take a time for a walk, to breathe, to be with your own thoughts without a phone, without any other distraction, and just be. In the moment, present, and observing your thoughts, observing your feelings, and thinking about how you can take a better care of yourself. Thank you for being here, for listening, for feeling, for letting these words land wherever they needed to. If something stirred in you today, let that be enough. You don't need to figure it all out. You don't need to rush to fix or change anything. Just keep listening to yourself. And if this episode offered you something, a breath, a truth, a shift, I'd love to know. Come find me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are in captions. Or send me a message with a word that spoke to you most. I read every one. Because this isn't just a podcast. It's a return to your body, to your breath, to your heart, to your own voice. And no matter how far you've wandered, you're never too far gone to turn around and come home. Until the next time, take care of yourself.